and welcome back to the third part of this tutorial. Alright guys, now let's take care of the exit since the ad is working. So I'm going to click on exit there, and right here let's double click on the exit there and press enter. Now I'm going to start by entering as follows. Let's say system Windows. Okay, system Windows, column form, has to be forms, and that is going to be dialog results. Okay, and I'm going to call that I exit there. That is my variable declared. So I exit is going to take in the following: message box, column show as follows. And what I want you to show is just going to be confirm if you want to exit. So that would be my first argument. The second argument is I'm going to make that the title, so that's going to be student management system. There. So let's correct this. There we go. That's second argument, and enter a comma there. The next argument is going to be message box buttons. Okay, column yes or no, comma. Finally, the fourth argument will be message box icon. So we can select either yes, no, question mark. I'm going to select a question mark and end it. Now, use an if statement. If I exit equals system dialog yes, grab all of this, system column Windows, column forms, column dialog, column yes, open up the curly braces, then in that case application column exit there. So we've just taken care of our exits. Take a good look at the lines of code for exit. Yes, you can always use this, but it's more professional for you to prompt the user to confirm if they want to exit or not. So let's run that. Run. There we go guys. Click on the exit there. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. So those are my four arguments: the title, the question mark, my statement confirm if you want to exit, and message box buttons. So if I say no, I remain within the system, but if I say yes, I will exit out of the system. Okay guys, now let's take care of the course column. So let's go to the design view. So right here on the design view, I'm going to select course, and let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Go to the properties. So right here, let's click on item there. Those are the courses that we're talking about. In total we have about 7. Yeah, okay. Now what will happen is when an end user select one of the course, that will populate the rest of the text box there. So let's double click on that double click on the combo box, and we're going to use conditional statement here. So let's say if CBO course, if the text content on it is equals to nothing, in that case do not populate all of this text box. So the first one that is not to be populated will be the course code, CBO course code, no, TXT course code. Let's add a code in there, and it's going to be followed by TXT faculty. That would now be populated as well. TXT dean, that's dean of faculty. TXT program leader, not populated as well, and TXT course tutor. There. Oh, get rid of that. We meant to actually change this to single equals. Alright, let's grab this, paste that here and here as well. There, that is my very first statement taken care of. Else. So else, if it contains something, so grab that and just come right down here, change that to else if it contains, let's say, serious games, that is if equals serious games. Yeah, so BSC serious games. There. In that case, the course code will be as follows, and faculty, let's say School of Computer Games. Right. And dean of faculty, that's going to be Professor Danny Damson. That's dean of faculty Danson. Then program leader, that is Dr. Femi Wells. And course leader, let's say Dr. Sami Southend. There. That is my second condition taken care of. So let's copy this, paste that in here, and if the course selected happens to be computer games, serious games is computer games, so it's going to be almost the same in this case, but here let's say we have Felix Laurentin there. There we go. That is the only bit that is different there, and the course code will be different there. Now the next one, let's do one more. Let's say we have computer science. I'm going to grab this and paste it right underneath there. In this case, that is BSc in computer science. And change that to computer science course code, and the school is going to be School of Computer Science or School of Computing. Alright, let's say School of Computing there. And the professor here is Peter Parker. Then we have Dr. John, let's say John Johnson, or let's say Johnny Johnson there. And course leader Shelley or Sally Kings. Right. Okay, I have more condition, 4 more conditions to go. I have 3 there with this one, so let's just speed that up. I'm going to copy and just paste that in there and change it around. Okay, all done. Now let's run it and see how that's going to look like. So I'm going to save, click on build the solution, and then we click on run. Okay, decision time. Let's come in here. There we go. Alright, that's working fine. Okay, let's try this. Oh no. Alright, let's see, what did I do wrong here. I'm going to exit out. Oh, look at that, I left it empty. That should have been select a course. So if you select a course, all of this should be cleared. So run that again. Okay guys, so I'm going to now try that out, and let's select course there. So that is how I expected it to work. Alright, the next thing I want to do is, you see each of these, when I select this, I want it to enable controls here, enable them individually. Okay, maybe we should even put a border around it. Alright, so let's end that. I'm going to go to the form now. Before I continue, I'm going to select every single one of these, and let's just put a border around it, make it look a little bit pronounced. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, double click on the very first one. Okay, right in here, I'm going to use as follows. Let's say if CDO model 1 dot text, if it equals nothing, then I want as follows: txt score1 dot text, the value will be 0 there, and enable, that is going to be false. Enable, that will be false, equals, there we go. Else, enable will come true, clear the text content, and so on. So grab this, enable equals true, then text equals clear. Let's clear the text in there for now. And we also want to set focus or focus. There we go. And let's just enter focus there. There, that is it. Parenthesis. There we go. That is it, done. So I can just copy this and change it for the others. But first of all, let's try this out before we change it for the others. Run. Okay, try this out. There we go. So one other thing is, supposing my mouse leaves, so I'm going to use mouse leaves for that. So that is fine. There, nothing, something. Okay, that's cool. So end that, and let's go back to the design and double click on the next one or the second one, paste that in here. That's module 2, so all of this will be changed to 2, and the text box will be 2 as well. There we go. So we'll repeat the same thing for number 3. Double click on number 3 and paste that in there. So this is 3, model 3. There. Okay, module number 4. Double click on number 4, paste that in there and change the name to module 4 txt score 4. There we go. And we need to do the same thing for number 5 as well. Double click on number 5 and press enter, paste that in there and change this to 5. There we go. Number 6. Double click on number 6 and paste. Change this to 6. There. 7. Double click on 7. Paste that in there. And change that to 7. 7, 7. We now take care of the last one, number 8. Scroll right down, grab number 8, double click on that and paste. Alright, that is all done. That is fine. So let's try that out now. Click on run. Okay, so try that out. You see that, guys? That is fine. That is fine. I like that. Alright, but supposing we don't enter anything in there, I want the system to default back to 0. So we come back in here. So let's grab all of the text box, select it all, go straight to the property, and I'm going to change the event to, let's call that mouse leaves. Where is it? Event mouse leave. There we go. So I'm just going to call it M leave. M leaves. Press enter. Okay, I will now create an object there. So the object text, let it reference C, and that is going to be safe underscore cast less than the text box, and let it reference sender, and enter sender in there. Close that. There. Now my object is created. I think we should enter semicolon in there. Object created. So we now need to check if there's, using an if statement, if it's empty or not. So let's say if c dash text equals nothing, then we want the system to change back to 0. So we're gonna say c dash text should default back to 0. So that should take care of the errors. Okay, that should take care of that. So let's run it and see. Run. Okay, enter data in there, and that's it. If I dare move out of there, back to 0. See that? And this other one as well. So what if I enter value in there? That's fine. Next one. Alright, I guess you guys get the whole idea. So that is fine, and this is fine as well. Okay, why are they? Let's take care of this, then we'll come to this. These two are already taken care of. Let's take care of reset so that I can reset it all. Alright, exit, yes. So with the reset, double click on the reset button. There we go. And let's start by entering as follows: txt student id dash text, that is equals, let me show you guys one method, string equals empty. That is one method. Okay, there. And another method is txt first name dash text equals there. That is one other easy method. Okay guys, you can use any kind of method you want. The next one is surname. Let's go for surname dash text equals string equals yeah. Oh, there's something missing here. Equals empty there. Then let's take care of another one. That will be the address, and so on. Dash text equals, and I'm just gonna speed that up now, and there. So that is it, all taken care of, guys. Okay, bring it down so that you guys can see it. There. Right, that is my reset taken care of. Take it from the top again, bring it down. Good. Alright, so let's run that and try out the reset. Alright, so let's just enter whatever data in here. Okay, let's change these. There, click on reset. There we go. Okay, but these ones, they did not change. Let's see if this one will not change as well. Okay, they did not change. They were meant to default back to no. Alright, what is their name? I think those are ComboBox. So let's say CBO. Yep, they are ComboBox. Students, whatever, that will be no, and the text content should be no. That's good. So we have 4 more of those to do. Then the next one, CBO, overseas students. Paste CBO, accommodation. CBO, exchange. Undo that. Copy and paste. And one more. CPO, scholarship. There. So that is that taken care of. Alright, that's fine. And save that. Okay, the other thing we want to do now is let's take care of the calculations. So let's come in here now. With the calculation, we double click on the result. And I am going to declare an array in there. So take it up. So the array, I'm going to call it, the data type is int, and I'll just call it unit 9. Alright, the very first array always starts from 0, but let's use try cache here just in case if we run into any problem. And right underneath, let's say cache exception ex there, and that will be message box, and use a method called show, and show the following message. That will be ex dash message. So if there's any problem, C++ will generate an error message for me instead of giving me an error, so that's fine. So let's come in here. So the very first array that I'm going to declare in there is going to be, or the very first array that I will use will be 0. Array always start from 0, so that is 0. And 0 array unit 0 equals convert. We have to convert the data inside the text box to an integer because the array is int. So let's say int 32. And where is the data? It's from txt score1 dash text, because the data inside the text box is string character, so we have to convert it to an integer. There, what I just do now is copy and paste for the rest. We have 4. Let's copy this again in total because there are 8. Paste that in there and just change the numbers around. So this one will be 2, 7 and 8. Array always start from 0, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 7. Now let's add all of this data together. So I'm going to, before adding it, let's do one thing first. So right underneath here, that will be 8, and 8 equals the following, taking all of this value and that's going to be 0 plus unit 1 5 6 and 7. So that completed. Oh, get rid of this there. Okay, that is fine. However, supposing the end user should enter any value greater than 100, I can always check that out here. Let's check that out here. So let's use an if statement. If number 0 is greater than 100. Okay, if it's greater than 100, come down here, paste. In that case, we want score 1 dash text to default back to 0. And there, that is it. That's all. Okay, so I'm going to copy that for the others. Copy, paste, paste, paste. And this one is 0, this one is 1, this one is 2, 3, and this one is 1, so this is 2, 3, 4. There. And just let's add another 4 to make it 8. And here is 3, this is 4, 5 here, 6 and 7. So this will be text box number 5, 6, 7 and 8. There we go, all done there. Okay, so that is it. That is the validator or the validation taken care of. Now one other thing is, after the calculation, okay, I want something that will tell us the score and so on. So underneath here I'm going to say LBL total. Okay, LBL total equals whatever, total score dash text. That will be equals, we also need to get it converted. We'll convert column to string character to string. And what are we converting to string? We are actually converting this to string. Paste, and there we go. That is fine. This should be there. Okay, now let's use an if statement to check whatever the score is. If array number 8 is greater than and equals to 700, then LBL ranking dash text, that will be equals as follows. So we can just call that first class. There we go, done. Copy that, and let's use else if there. Else if it's 600, that will be second class second class open. And if it's 500 greater than 500, 500 and greater than 500, that will be second class lower. You can see double I there. That is how it's written. Now let's go for 400, 300 and so on. So come right down here. That should be else if. Let's see, do we have else if here? Yes, we do. Copy that, paste. If it's 400, that's a third class. Third class. There, get rid of that. All right. Close that properly. Okay, the next one is, let's see, why am I having, okay, that's good. The next one is third class. No, third class is taken care of. The next one will be 300. Let's say greater than and equals to 300. That will be certificate of higher education. There we go. And if it's less than 300, that will be a fail. So let's come in here and just enter less than 300. There, that will be a fail. Too bad. That is it, taken care of. And finally, underneath here, let's say LDL date. Let's say date. That text equals whatever we have inside month. There we go. Month dash select. That will be selection stat. Where is it? There we go. Selection stat dot to long date string. Double click on that. Enter that. There we go. Alright. Supposing we grab, after all the validation, maybe I should grab all of these. My total everything. Bring it right down here. And let's see how that's going to work. There. Okay, so let's run it. Have a good look at it. That's my line of code, or lines of code for the result. Checking if there's 0, if it's greater than 100, and so on. That is, we have added all the values together. Oh, this should be 7. Look at that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. And that is it. And this is where I add, enter all the total. So let's run it. Run. Okay, let's try that out, guys. So enter some data in here. I'm going to go over 100 there. Okay. Alright, click on results. There we go. Look at that. It refuses those. So let's enter the correct value in there. You see, when the mouse click on it, I expect something to happen. So let's enter some value in there and just change that around. There we go. Look at that. Okay, that is fine. Alright, all of the buttons now works as expected. So one other thing I would like to do is, you see, if I click on add, if I click on this, I want every single data added here. So this data that I have in here, I can even populate it. Let's just enter whatever in there and save it straight into my student, whatever. It's an exchange, overseas student on an exchange program. It's in second year, and that's the student details there. Alright, so let's just speed that up. The name for this student, Felix Sanmo. Let's speed up. Okay, we have the details of Felix Sanmo. So all we then need to do is to add it straight into or onto the DataGridView and to MySQL workbench as well. So let's minimize that. So I'm going to click on add. There we go. And click on OK. So let's come right down here. We have Felix there, and if we come right to the database itself, we have to refresh to see Felix details. So click on refresh. That is it. That's Felix details there. That is fine. Minimize that, but I want to try and achieve one thing. If I double click on this, let's assume all of this is resets cleared and we want to find the details of Felix. Click on this and I want everything to appear in here. So to achieve that, I'm going to first of all exit out and use cell click. Go back to the design view. Okay, right in here, let's go to DataGridView. Select that. Make sure the DataGridView is selected. Come right here to the properties, and where we have cell click there, I'm going to double click on that. There we go. And scroll right down so that you guys can see it properly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use try cache. Try whatever error that I might run into, take care of it for me. So the cache statement is going to be exception ex. There, and that is going to be message box column show, and what message, ex dash message. That takes care of our error message. And in here now, this is what I want the system to do. Start with the very first text box, and that is txt student id. Dot text, that is equals my DataGridView 1 DataGrid. I think that should be uppercase. DataGridView 1 dash selected rows, and the selected row will be 0. Say that cells, and the very first array will start from 0. Then we want to grab the value dot to string there, and there we go. That is the very first one. The second one is going to be first name. Copy that and just paste it here. We have first name, surname. Okay, so let's change these to 1, 2, 3, Okay, now here that is first name, surname here, here we have address, there, looking good. Now underneath here that's going to be CBO gender. CBO gender. In the case of gender, everything else seems to be the same, so grab all of this, paste, and this becomes number 4. Right, that is for gender. Then we have 3 more underneath there, paste. This is going to be DOB. Then we have mobile, email, and this is going to be 5. We have 6 here and 7 there. Okay, I'm now going to speed up the rest. I've just taken care of all of these, so if I let me run it, then you see what I'm talking about. There, I've taken care of these very ones. So if I go to my DataGridView here now, click on that, there we go, there, you see. So we need to take care of the others, though nothing will appear in here because this is not in our database. So let's exit out and continue. So let's speed that up. There we go. That is all, guys. That is it. So have a look at it. Take it from the top and then bring it down. It's all 39 in total. There we go, guys. That is it. There, all done. So I'm going to save that, compile, and let's run. There, guys. So come right in here now and select. There, see that? The only bit that was not populated was the details that is meant to be here. We don't have anything in there. Okay, it's not in the database. And the result for the very first one, there was no result for the very first one. Okay, so let's reset, or we can just add some value in here now. Okay, so let's see if we can add value in there. That was the very first one that I did earlier. Instead of highlighting that, there should have been another way around. There we go. So I can add this, but the primary key. Alright, so let's, if I click on this now, it's going to be telling me of the primary key. See that? Duplication of keys. Only if I change the primary key, because I say the primary key should be unique, then we can get Tony Montana's details in there. So let's say Tony Montana's dad is Santana Montana. There, and the address, and that is, let's say San. There we go. So we can now click on add there, and we are able to add that of Santana Montana straight onto the database as well. That is it, Santana Montana or Tony Montana. Okay, I'll come back into our database here, and that is it. We can refresh. Okay, so guys, now you've seen how to create your own student database management system in C++. So I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.